Okay, good day. Welcome to TobiGlory FX Academy channel. And in this channel, we drop educative content in the forex market. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe to this channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, we want to appreciate every one of you also. In our previous video that we have, the last video we have on this channel, we talked about the expository to the Elite Forex Mentorship 2024, where we talked about the mentorship we'll be having in the year 2024, and you can see that we have other subsequent videos that can help you to become a forex trader. Just subscribe, watch, review, practicalize. And in this previous video, there's a part of it where we talked about journaling, which is the art of keeping record of your daily charts or what you do in the forex market, because forex is a business and you need to treat it as a business. Every business have what we call record keeping, and also in forex we have record keeping, and we call that one journaling. So without further ado, I will go straight into how to journal in the forex market. How do you journal every trade you take in the forex market? So for this video tutorial, there are a lot of journals that we have. There are a lot of websites that allow you to journal your trade, but in this video we'll be looking at Notion, which is free and you can use it as of the time of recording this video. So what you just have to do is you can search for it on your search browser, Chrome, Google, Opera Mini. Just search for Notion, sign up with them, and that's all. Now if you sign up, this is the first thing you are going to see. If you sign up, this is what you are going to see. Okay, you have something like this. Now this is a test journal before, but I'm going to delete it because I'm not using it again. So I'm going to create another one. Now this is a new page that you're going to see. So for you, if you're not seeing this, you just come to the left menu bar, then click on add a page. Once you click on add a page, it will pop this up. Now when you see this, click on more. After clicking on more, then click on gallery. Now the reason why we are using gallery mode is because we want our work to be defined. We want to have something like this in such a way that your December journal is separated from your January journal, is separated from your February journal, is separated from your March journal. So let's say this is test run journal. So I just love to use this name, test run journal. Then you click on new database. So now you see test run journal, you have it as the name. Then you see it's giving me page 1, page 2, page 3. If you want to add another one, you just click on add new. Then you can call it, let's say, page 4. So I'm just going to, you can see I have page 4 now. So that's how you add. But now I'm not going to call it pages. I'm going to name it as months, because you want to keep track of the record of how you have been trading in a month, and that is very, very important. So the first thing you need to do is just click here, then you rename. Now call this December 2023. December 2023. You can see what we have here is the December 2023. So I want all my 2023 journal to be in this place. Then you can also rename this as what? Let's say January 2024. Where is it? Rename January 2024. Now you can see I'm renaming my journal. So I'm going to work on this December 2023. Then you can replicate the same thing for yourself. So the next thing you just click on this, your December 2023. The name is already December. You can have it there. Now it's going to tell you the date and the time that you create this journal. You can see created November 12, blah blah blah. I'm not interested in this. I want to check out this. Now this comment section page is for the sake of, let's say you have a mentor, and you can give your mentor access to your journal, and your mentor can make a comment on your trade for the month and make a comment. So that's why we have add a comment here. So, or you can comment on your own, just try to give yourself an accolade. Now the next thing is you go there, then you click on / then TA. Now there's a reason why I said TA. If you click on table, it's going to give you something different. So I'm not using table, but you scroll down, you will see database inline. That is what we want to use. database inline. Have you seen database inline? So after having your database inline, then you can click on this button to open as full page. Open as full page. Then I can still call this one December 2023 journal. Now this is very, very important that you have it inside. This is December 2023 journal. And if you want to click if you want to create your journal as far as like weekly journal, you can also have it. You just have to put it as weekly, but I love it to be monthly. So the first thing you want to do here is you name this first column serially. Then I can have 1, 2, 3. Now if you want to add another row, then you can say 4. If I want to have another row, 5. I'm going to have 6 rows here just for the sake of the class. Now the next column, you can drag this a little bit to the left. Now the next column, the first thing you want to have in the second column is the date. So but what we have here is tags. So you just right click on it, then you want edit properties. So you call this one date. Sorry, let me go back. Edit properties. Then you call this what? Date. Now I've changed the name to date. Now then you work on what? The type. The type for this date will also be date. You see this is date. Can you see down here? You click on date. Then that's all. Now once you have date, this date type allow you to what? Input the date without typing. So just click on, let's say the first journal I want to input is for November 13, which is Monday, tomorrow. You can see now this one is for November 14. Then this one is for November 15. Depending on the trade you are taking, you can be taking like 2 or 3 trade. Then the fourth one is also for November 15. The fifth one is for November 15. And the sixth one is also for November 15. You can see I don't need to type November 15, 2023. It automatically gives me the date. Now the next thing you want to have in the next icon is the days of the week. The days of the week. Now you just click on, how do I get here? This plus icon here, you click on it to add a new one. You call it DOW, days of the week. Then you click on it here, days of the week. Then the next thing is you want to change the type. Now the type for these days of the week is select. Now the reason why we are not using text and we are using select is because we don't want to spend our time to start writing out the days of the week one after the other. So once you click on select, then you click on add option. Add option, the first day is what? The first day of the week is Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. Now you can arrange it accordingly by dragging it Monday first, then followed by Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday, depending on the days you are trading. Then you click on it. Let's say this one is what? Automatically is Monday, 13 or 14 is Tuesday, 15 is Wednesday, this 15 is what? Wednesday. Okay. Now I want to the next icon that I want to add. Now please know this, that this is not compulsory for every trader. Depending on how you want your journal to be like, you can have something different from this. You just have to play around this website. The next thing I want to have is my pair. Which pair am I trading? So I'm going to call this one pair. Then you click on it. Also the type is what? Select. So let's say my first pair is GBP USD. Now, that's the best pair I trade. If you are following me on any of my channel, EURUSD. Let's say SAUUSD. I think this is okay. So if you are trading 7 pairs, just put it there. But I would just advise just trade 2 to 4 pair is okay for you to work on. So let's say on Monday what I traded is gold. This one I'm just selecting this randomly for the sake of the class. GBP USD and GBP USD. Now I have my pairs selected. Now the next thing I want to have is the direction. Also for the direction, I'll be using select, because we have two direction as far as the market is concerned. It's either you are longing or you are shorting. That is what we mean by direction. Long, then short. So this, I'm short. On Wednesday, long, short. I'm not really going to talk about what short means and long with. I believe you should understand that by now. So the next thing is win trade. Yeah, win trade. These are your trades that are in profit. Now for this, the properties for this is checkbox, because I just want to checkbox my win trade. So I click on checkbox. You can see now. Now if you want to record your loss trade also, you can add this as loss trade also. That's the new folder. Then you call this one what? Checkbox also. Now let's say this trade, the first trade I took, which is on Monday, is a win trade. The second one, win trade. The third one, win trade. This one is not a win trade, loss trade. This is a win trade. This is a loss trade. Now you can calculate your win rate, because a lot of traders will say, oh, my win rate is 70%. How do you know what your win rate is 70%? This journal allows you to know what your win rate is. You just go down the bottom of your row, then you see what you automatically see calculate. Then you click on what? Calculate. Then you search for what? Percentage checked. You can see 66.67 or 67 approximately percent win rate, or 66% win rate for my win. Now for my loss percentage check, you see 33% losing rate. You can see this help you a lot to what? Determine your present state as far as the forex market is concerned. Now the next thing I want to join is my section. Now the type for the section also is select. Now we have what? London. I know some people say, oh, I don't trade London, I just trade anything I see. I think it's very important. London, New York, then Asian. Some traders don't trade Asian also, so depending on what you are trading, you can just put it there. Now this one, New York, this one, I'm just selecting anything. No, I'm not really looking at what I'm selecting. So London. Now these are the section that the trade I picked. I picked this one on the London section, this one Asian, this one, depending on the trade for that day or for that time. So the next column you want to have aside from section is your entry time. Now this entry time is not really important to me, but some people it might be important to them. So entry time, that is the time in which your trade was triggered. Whether you are using limit or you are trading directly, you can calculate the time, or you can know the time on your trading view. So let's entry time. Now for the entry time, the type we are going to use for the entry time, most people use number, but I love to use text. I'm going to show you the difference. Let's say I'm using number. Now my entry time is 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. You will discover that the PM will not be showing, and it will write it as 2:30, and this is not what I want. So you can just edit these properties and make it instead of number, use text. Now this text allow you to write 2:30 p.m. You can see I have the time already for this. Then let's say this one too, you can have your time for everything. Now the next thing you want to have aside from your time is your duration. Now this one also is not that important, but I think it's important. Now the duration, what do you want to have in the duration? What you want to have in the duration is how long does it take this trade to hit your TP, depending on the TP you set, which is your take profit. I love to put that properties also at test. Let's say 30 minutes. You can just write 30 minutes. Or you can try to become a trader and say M30. So, but I love 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Let's say this one is, or 2 hours, just write it there. Now the next properties aside from the duration is your risk to reward. Risk reward. Now the risk to reward, the type is what? Number, because it's pure number. Let's say this, my risk to reward is what? 3. Risk to reward I'm calculating for this trade is 3. Now for this one is, let's say, 6. For this one is what? 7. For this one is what? 9. I'm just playing around with numbers, please note that. For this one is what? 8. Now I'm going to still do the calculation. There's one thing I want to do. Now the next thing is, apart from your risk to reward, is your potential risk to reward. Potential risk to reward. Potential RR. I just love to call it potential RR, but I'm going to explain what it means. Now this one also is what? Number. Now this potential RR is, now my profit was taken at 3 risk to reward, but at the long run the trade was able to give me 7 risk to reward. 7 risk to reward. This is to tell me that, oh, I can do better. I can increase my risk to reward ratio. Pending the time that I'm getting better, I can increase my risk to reward ratio. So let's say this one 7, this one 5, this one what? 6, this one 7, this one let's say 4, oh sorry, this 8, this 10. Now I want to do a little bit calculation. Let's say this trade, this my trade, which is a loss trade, I'm having -1 RR, because it hits stop loss, so you can call it -1. I'm not calculating PIP, I'm talking about risk to reward. This one -1 also, because it's a losing trade. -1 -1. Now I can calculate the total risk to reward even though I have losing trade. Just click on what? Calculate, then sum. You see is 19. If you calculate all this, considering the negative, which is the losses, it will give you 19 risk to reward. 19 risks to reward. So the next thing aside from your potential RR is your news. This is very important, news. Now the type for the news is multi-select. Now the reason why I'm using multi-select is because I want to put in all the news that can affect me in a place. Let's say FOMC, then CPI. If you are trading news, then I think we have PPI. So these are the trade. Sorry, I said the PPI, NFP. I want to write. Sorry, NFP, non-farm payroll. So these are the trade. Now let's say while taking this trade, news came in, and whether it goes in my favor, I'm not concerned now. I can select the news. NFP came in while trading this. CPI came in while trading this. FOMC came in while trading this. So you can journal that one down also. Now aside from the news, the other one we want to have is narrative. Now this is where this part is very, very important. Narrative from the word narrate, it actually means you want to write what are the things you see in the market for you to take this trade. Oh, I see breaker block on H1, then confirmation on M5. Just put in the narrative. What are the things you see for you to take that trade? Liquidity grab, depending on your strategy. So just put in everything that you see as your narrative. Now aside from the narrative, the next thing we want to have is emotion. Because trading has to do with technical analysis and psychology. I want to know what's my emotional stage as at the time of what analyzing and taking this trade. You just put in your emotion. Oh, I was moody for the day, I was sad, oh, I was having a sad time, then I decided to trade. I trade with overconfidence. You can put it there, either in your narrative or in your emotion also. Now the next thing we want to have is knowledge. I love to call this knowledge. Now this is knowledge. The reason this one also is text. Now the knowledge is, maybe you have a losing trade, you have a winning trade, or you learned something for that day and you want to journal it down. You can just put there what the new thing, or anything new, or anything you've forgotten that you later discover, and you learn that through the market. You can put it in this your what, in this knowledge part. Now there's one part that most people might love to add in, which I believe should be maybe between this risk to reward and potential risk to reward, or in front of it, which is also what, your PEEP. Your PEEP. Okay, so okay, my PEEP. So you can PEEP, P-I-P, PEEP. This is your PEEP, your percentage in profit. Now your percentage in profit, the properties also, or the type is going to be what, number. Let's say this trade, I have some losing trade, which is right. There's nothing wrong about losing trade. This PEEP, I have 30 here. This is also a winning trade. I have 25 PEEP here. I have 27 PEEP here. Now in this trade, which is a losing trade, I lose 5 PEEP. Yeah, let's see, 6 PEEP. 6 PEEP. Now this winning trade, I have 18 PEEP. Now this last losing trade is what, minus 7 PEEP. Now you can also calculate the total of your PEEP that you were able to get for the month. You just what, the same way we calculate the what, risk to reward, you just what, click on calculate, then sum total. You discover that it will remove the negative ones, so you know that, oh, I'm 87 PEEP in profit, and if it is in loss for the month, you can journal everything down. Now the last part I love to put here is what, link. Yes, you can also put link to your screenshot or your trade for that day, this particular trade. Once you click on link, change the type, you go down, you see what, you see URL. You can see this is URL. So this allows you to input the URL of your trading view. I believe you should know how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, I think you can put it in the comment section. We'll just make a short video on how to get your trading view link some other time. Now also, the last thing that some people might like to have here is what we call file, which is maybe a picture or anything. Let's see, file, or let me call it screenshot. Yes, let me just use that name, screenshot. Now the type is going to be files or media. You can see files or media, which means that the screenshot for this, you can see once I click on it, choose, and from my screenshot I can what, input this. You can see it's loading. It's going to load this up. Now if you go back a little bit, then you go back to the first page and you click on what, open inside pick. When you click on open inside pick, you will discover the first journal. Can you see everything about this trade, including your narrative or anything that you have there, is going to be displayed for you. It's going to be displayed for you automatically. So that is how you journal every of your trade. It is very important. It is very important for you to journal every of your trade for the day. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.